Steve Stine here. This is a request. This one is called How Great Is Our God, and it's by Tomlin. This is the version off of an album called Arriving, which is based off of an acoustic guitar, which is quite fun to play. So you'll see I've got my capo on the first fret. What I'm doing is playing a C chord. I'm playing this normal cowboy C, a country C here, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm going to take my middle finger of this C chord and I'm going to lift it up like this. See that? And that's how I get that. So as you're playing this, you want to make sure that you're not hitting the 6th string, you're just strumming the bottom 5, and you're strumming, basically the rhythm is going to go down, 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 with the 3rd one with the middle finger coming off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it starts all over. That's how the intro is going to go. Then when the verse kicks in, you're going to keep doing that, but we're going to start moving between the C, the A minor, and the F chord. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can play F, but what I like the sound of when he's doing the beginning of this, it sounds like he's playing what's called an F major 7. And what that is simply an F chord, the traditional F chord. But you're not pressing on the 1st string. You're leaving the 1st string open. So my first finger is going on the 2nd string. Relative to the capo, it's the 1st fret. This one's going on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and this one's going on the 4th string, 3rd fret. So I'm leaving this one open. So it creates continuity between the C, A minor, and F. So you see that note is in there the entire time. So let me play that for you. Then you go to A minor. See, I'm still taking that same middle finger off. Then I'm going to flip over to the F major 7. So my first finger stayed there the entire time. Now I'm here and I'm not going to do any movement. The F, I'm just going to leave that. So I have, let me play the whole thing again here. Starts all over. Now remember, anytime, if you've watched any of my other videos, I talk about this a lot. When you're practicing this sort of thing, obviously you need to get your left hand intact, but then you need to move back over here and start dealing with kind of the ebb and flow of strumming, trying to accent things in different places, adding dynamics. Sometimes you play a lot of ups and sometimes you play just a few. There's no one right strumming pattern to songs like these. It's more organic. You're just trying to learn how to put your downs here and add some ups in between. But I'm not going because that would sound horrible. So I have to back off a little bit, both in my volume, my accenting, and in the dynamics, for instance, the amount of up strums. I'm going from a little bit of strumming to a lot of strumming. So like if I do this. I can decide how much of each one that I want as I keep playing. And that's really the hardest part about playing guitar, is getting to the point where that sounds really comfortable. Now, that's all you do for the verse. When you go to the chorus, you do exactly the same thing, but you're going to start adding in a G chord. So you're going to go. Now, I stopped doing the little lifty thing. I'm just staying on the chord. Then you go to F, G, so when I go to the chorus, I leave those lifters out of the C and the A minor just to change things up a little bit. And I also tend to go to like an F bar chord to make it sound a bit more meaty in that spot. You could still play F major 7 and it would sound just fine. You could still add these in and it would sound just fine. That's entirely up to you to decide, what's the most comfortable way for you to play this so you're enjoying yourself and yet it sounds very musical. Don't always get caught up in doing, well, in this part you do this and then you don't do this. just whatever makes most sense for you to make it sound as musical as possible. So here's what the chorus would be if I played it. Here's my F chord, G, C. Now slip back into the verse, so I'm going to go, and I'm going to start doing that again, okay? But again, as I said, you could do those throughout the course and it would sound just fine. Instead of going to a full-blown bar F chord, you could just play the F major 7 that you were doing before, and it again would sound just fine. If you want to take it another level, a nice thing that you can do is you can add what's called a slash chord in between these. You could play C. You could add that little thing in there too. And what you're doing is going from a C chord, and then what we're going to do is take this finger, your middle finger, and you're going to move it up to the 5th string, 2nd fret, again relative to the capo. So I'm moving from here. Into my A minor. So it's a nice little drop in the bass note that you could use as well. You don't have to, but it sounds kind of nice. So see, there's another one I could use. I could be going from the A minor to the F, and what I do is I add in G in the bass. Again, relative to the capo, I'm adding in my pinky up here. And it's a nice little transitionary thing. And the more you learn about those, the more you find, you know, not necessarily in any one particular song, but these kinds of chord progressions are very common, like with worship music and things like that. So a lot of these kind of things you can use on a regular basis depending on the song that you're playing. So they're kind of nice to get comfortable with. So again, the nice thing about video is you can watch this as much as you need to absorb the ideas. Keep it as simple as you need to, or make it as interesting as you want to, depending on what you're looking for. So let me know if you have any questions, and send me any requests that you might have. Thank you.